Welcome. I'm Milton Schoen, and welcome to America Salutes. Today we have Joy Wise and John Stein from Upward Bound at Minneapolis Community and Technical College, and we are going to learn about what they do and also about a major opportunity that is out there with what's known as the VRAP program from the VA. So, Joy, do you want to start and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
My name is Joy Wise. I'm the Director of Veterans Upward Bound at Minneapolis Community and Technical College. I've been working with veterans since 1988, so the lion's share of my career has been working with military veterans. And I started out as a teacher in the program, and now I'm the directing the program.
Very good. And John?
I'm the Veteran Services Advisor at Minneapolis Community Technical College. Basically, I'm the school certified official for everybody going to school at Minneapolis Community Technical College, and also an assistant with Veterans Upward Bound. I'm a retired veteran, and I've used a lot of the benefits that students are using currently.
Good. And we have a unique program now that's going to benefit many people who've been out of school for some time. It's called the VRAP program, where veterans between the ages of 35 and 60 who do not have educational benefits left, who are not enrolled in a job training program, who are unemployed, have an ability to go to a 2-year college or vocational technical program. I've never seen anything in that form that's been available to veterans. But since they have to attend full time, that's where you come in, is that you help prepare people for school.
I think what happens a lot of times is that individuals, applying for the VRAP is simple in itself. It's not too complicated. However, since students have been in college for a while, they forget that they need to do testing to get into school. They need to do advising, get signed up for classes. So there's a process involved in getting back into school in itself. So sometimes a little bit of frustration. The VRAP is a great program, but a little bit of frustration with getting all the pieces together to get into school itself.
So a veteran not only has to file
Correct.
for VRAP, but they may have to take entrance examinations and
Correct.
tests and just to be enrolled in the classes.
That is correct.
And Veterans Upward Bound is a program that helps people prepare for going back to school, especially those individuals who have been out of school for some time. What is the average age of the person who participates in your program?
The average age is 42 years old, so they're men and women who've been out of school for a long time. Very often they have been in professions that were physical. They no longer can do those jobs. If they've been in construction or doing a heavy physical job, their backs, their knees go out, and then they need to get back to school and retrain. And everybody walking in the door needs some math background as a refresher, and that's what we do. We give the refresher classes and help them get on their way in school.
Good. And what does it cost an individual to participate in your program?
Veterans Upward Bound is free to any veteran who has 180 days of active duty and anything but a dishonorable discharge. And then there is no cost while they participate because we're a federally funded TRIO program.
Now, we were speaking earlier and you mentioned that the funding process is competitive and it's based on the outcomes that programs achieve.
Yes.
What percentage or what number of programs get funded?
Well, this year there were 300 applicants for the grants, and we're on a 5-year grant cycle now. And they funded 51, so it's 1 in 6 programs that were funded. And there's only one in Minnesota, and it's at Minneapolis Community and Technical College.
That's pretty exceptional.
Yeah.
And so, and what you compete on is the number of people who complete your program and who are able to be able to go on to school, and the benefit for the government is that these individuals, and what percentage of people actually do complete schooling?
Well, we place about 60% into college. That's our goal every year. And then beyond that, I would say half of those probably complete a degree, a certificate, and we track them then until they complete those programs.
And the data would show over time that individuals improve their ability to earn income?
Oh, absolutely, right. The more education you have, the higher your skill levels are, you can get into higher paying jobs. So you earn money, and the federal government benefits because you pay taxes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Since you've been doing it for this period of time, do you only refer people to Minneapolis Community Technical College, or do you refer people to other institutions?
We do not recruit for the college, although most of our students do attend just because of the veteran services.
Right.
They get to know us, they feel comfortable there. But students can go to any college they want to after they've completed Veterans Upward Bound.
I guess a good way to look at it is Veterans Upward Bound can be a springboard to wherever the student decides to attend, whatever college or university in itself.
Very good. And you get referrals from?
Anybody in the community who works with veterans, lots from the VA, various programs out at the VA, county veteran service reps refer students all the time.
We also have vocational rehabilitation counselors referring students to come into Veterans Upward Bound.
Yes.
So it's an important component that a veteran comes to you
Sure.
and they're preparing for school,
Yes.
and they can get assistance from you
Yes.
on working through benefits or through their
Yes.
county veteran service officer.
Correct.
They can use their education benefits while they're in Veterans Upward Bound. We usually advise them not to if they can possibly do that, but many students just don't have employment, so they need their veterans education benefits, post 9/11 or in some cases VA voc rehab.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that individuals who take time to prepare for going back to school are more successful than individuals who just start school and have been out of school for 20 years or so.
Yes, and what our record shows that 95% of the veterans who come in and take the AccuPlacer, which is the test we use, need a math review. I think the percentage is higher for the college generally, but 95% of our vets need that math review. So if they start with Veterans Upward Bound, very often they can skip one of those pre-college level math classes, and that saves them time and money, and then they can go forward with their education.
And then, and you're speaking of money, the people that you're serving, the veterans you're serving, are maybe not in the top half of the income scale?
No. By definition, TRIO programs serve low-income first-generation students, which means they are at 150% of the poverty level, $16,000 roughly for a single person, and neither of their parents have completed a four-year degree, which makes them first generation. So our students very often don't understand the culture of college because they haven't been raised with it, and they haven't had the funding, or they thought it was an impossible dream to go to school because of their income level.
And they're able to find success in your program. Now, how long does it take someone to go through Veterans Upward Bound?
It varies from individual to individual. We have students who come in, they need a specific skill to be at a specific level in math. They can maybe get that done in a couple of months. We have other people who spend over a year there, depending on where they are when they come in and what they need to do.
And a point to put across too, that's open enrollment, so a student can come in at any time, and we'll work with them.
That's a good point. Thanks.
But the important distinction is that you tailor what you do with an individual based on their need. It's not like you've got a set program that would apply to everybody.
Right. So if they only need math, they come in for math. Sometimes students have already enrolled in college. They need a math brush up. They come in and they get individualized help with our math instructor. But mostly our students are not in college. We're preparing them to go to school.
Good. Just tell us about some of your successes. That I'm sure that there's got to be some successes that come to mind of the people that you've worked with and the difference that you've made in their lives.
We have one person who comes to mind had been a mail carrier for years and could no longer do that. I think he had bad knees and couldn't do the physical aspect of that. He came into Veterans Upward Bound. He went through Minneapolis Community and Technical College. He ended up finishing up a master's degree in social work at the University of Minnesota and has been working as a social worker. We had another gentleman who came in the program when he was 79 years old. He needed a GED. He had never had the opportunity to get that because he was a kid during the Depression. His parents died. So he came into our program, completed his GED, went on to college, and did another 2-year program in human services and graduated after he was 80 years old. So we had a little birthday party for him when he turned 80 in our
Very
program.
good. But your program really is a door opener.
Correct.
That opens the door to further
Exactly.
education and training and certification for individuals.
What I personally enjoy seeing is a student coming in and we hear their stories of struggle, and then we see the progression to
Yes.
their educational goals, either at a Minneapolis Community Technical College or a different college. We get to see that transformation.
Yes, it's exciting to hear people say, I came in here and I couldn't, I had a 5th grade math level and now I'm able to take college math and I'm succeeding, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what we work for.
Well, our staff has worked with your people to get people in the program, but from time to time we come over to the graduations, and that's quite
Yes.
something to see, is individuals completing and knowing that they are ready to embark on more competitive educational experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah, it's very rewarding work.
Now, I'd like to, one of the reasons that I thought it would be important is because of this VRAP program, it'd be important to have you here so that because that program requires full-time attendance, the veterans who participate in that program will go from 0 credits to 15 to 17, and that's an incredible challenge. So it is probably critical for these individuals to make sure that they are their skills, study skills, and their ability to work in the classroom are improved.
So for this fall semester, we had a lot of students coming in, veteran students that went through Veterans Upward Bound in preparation of using the VRAP this spring semester, getting their skills up with Veterans Upward Bound and then turn
Yes.
around and using VRAP in the springtime.
And so
So-
you've already had success because
Yes,
this program's been
yes.
in effect for a while, and
Yep.
you know that hand in glove your program works with.
It's a good transformation.
Right.
Yep. A lot of the programs people are interested in doing require a certain math level. They require intermediate algebra. And so if you haven't been in school for 20 years, you're not going to be there. You need, even if you've had quite a bit of math in high school, you need the review to get your skills going. And then also, if you're going on to college and working on any kind of a degree program, you're going to need an English class. And so you need review and writing.
Well, one of the things that we're going to want to do is because there's a sunset on the funding of this program of March 31st of 14, the people who enroll this in September of 13 will not have their entire education covered for by VRAP. So I know we're going to be having legislative initiatives to modify the state GI Bill program, hopefully to ensure
Yes.
that individuals who've successfully started VRAP have an opportunity to complete it, which is your goal and our goal to make sure that people become successful.
That is a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation for the veteran and for all of us who work in education.
Right. Well, we're very much aware that there's a unique program and that we want to take advantage of it. In our last few moments here, I wonder if there's something, last thought that you might want to share, Joy?
I just want to invite veterans to contact us. I believe the phone number is on the screen. And to realize that it's never too late to go to school. You can come back, you can succeed, and you can move on with your life.
Very good. And John, do
And
you
I
have
just
any
want
last
to
thoughts?
say Veterans Upward Bound, upward, moving upward.
Yep.
Right. And that there's always a future, and that's
Yep.
what your
Always a
program's
future.
based on.
Correct.
Well, I want to thank the both of you for appearing here. I think our viewers will have learned something today, and hopefully if they know somebody who could benefit by Upward Bound or by the VRAP program, that they will refer them either to their county veteran service officer or to DEED and the job service where they can get started. So thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
inviting us.
Appreciate it.